Hey everybody, what is going on today? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about what is the difference between using a TV versus using a monitor when you're playing MLB The Show 22. All right, I'm going to explain the difference. I'm going to show you guys an example that's going to actually break down the difference and show it to you right on the screen, how you guys can see and how it affects the ball. But first, you guys, do me a favor, as always, make sure to smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe. You guys, make sure you got those notifications on also so you know when we're live here on the channel. Most days right here at 10 a.m. Central, all right, right here on YouTube. Also, so you know when these videos are posting. We're on the road here to 10,000 subs, man. So thank you guys so much. We're getting there. We're about 300 away. So I really appreciate all the support over the years. I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody. So thanks again. Let's go ahead and talk about what the difference is between using a TV versus a monitor. So if you guys are anything like me, over the years, I played this game. I started playing the game really hardcore back in 2016. And when I started playing, everybody started telling me about, I started hearing about frame rate and all that. I didn't even know what I was hearing about. I didn't understand what it was. And I thought, well, I'm playing on a TV, man. I'm doing fine. I ended up making World Series and being able to do that stuff. But I didn't really understand the true disadvantage I was at, because I kept telling people, no, you guys are crazy. There's no difference really between playing on a TV and a monitor. There's not. There is. There's a huge difference. I can't explain how big it actually is, but we're going to show you here in just a second. And you can actually see the literal difference between the frame rate. So what it is playing on a TV, and this is why what frame rate is and how it affects. All right. So frame rate is going to be the blur. All right. It's like action and motion blur. And it's what it is your pixels on your screen are refreshing. All right. They're constantly refreshing. So when things are moving, they have to refresh and show in a different spot and show that color in a different area on the screen. So when that happens, it depends on how fast it actually refreshes. All right. So that's why you want that 1 millisecond response time. If you're looking for a monitor, what are you looking for? You're looking for at least 120 hertz refresh rate. All right. And that 1 millisecond response time, that's what you're looking for. So when in baseball, where it's affecting you is, the motion of the pitcher going into his windup and then releasing the ball. Also, your reaction with your PCI and being able to get to the ball. If you notice when you're playing on a TV, you may be late a lot. You may have actually adjusted to playing on your TV, and that's fine. You might not think that there's much of a difference, but I promise you, if you were to adjust to a monitor, you would notice a huge difference. Here's the image that I'm going to show you guys, and it's going to blow your mind. By the way, most TVs, you're just your typical flat screen LED TV, 4K TV. It's going to run about that 24 hertz mark. All right. So just for a standard TV, you may have a 60 hertz TV. Most people don't have a 120 hertz TV. A 60 hertz TV, it's going to run you a little pricier, obviously, than a normal one. But if you want to look at those, you can. So you can find TVs that have that refresh rate. The problem is it's not meant for it. It's not going to be quite the same. And the larger you get, the harder it is to actually make it refresh on time. Now, here's the image I'm talking about. Look at this right here. I'm actually going to make my camera a little smaller here. Let me move out of the way just a bit so you guys can see it. The 4 bouncing balls that you see here on the screen. All right. The one on the left is 15 frames per second. All right. That's exactly what it's representing. It's representing 15 frames per second. The one next to it is 30, then 60, and then 120. Now if you look at them, you can see the actual smoothness and the difference of the way the ball is bouncing. It's kind of jumpy and hiccupy and it's got lag. It's got lag. That's what the number 15 does right there over there on the far left. The one next to it, just look at those two. Compare it, and it's a little bit smoother. Obviously, it's bouncing a little smoother. You're not seeing it, blur as bad or refresh like that. But it's still not quite there. And where you can tell is when you look at the 60. Just look at the 30 and the 60 together, and you can see it just a hair smoother move through that zone. And then when you move to the 120, you see it all the way. I mean, you are seeing every bit of it. So on a baseball game, obviously, you want to be able to see the ball coming in. So this is why this is the perfect example, because it's literally showing you a ball at those different frame rates. I personally think getting a monitor is key if you want to be a competitive player in this game, or if you want to, be successful online for online play. That's very helpful. You're playing at a disadvantage if you're on a TV. Even if it's a really good TV, you're still at a disadvantage, unfortunately. And I understand not everybody can play on a monitor and all that. But if you're looking for a monitor, what you really want to look for is that 120 refresh rate. That's what it is, man. 1 millisecond response time. That's going to be the fastest. 144 you're going to find on some, but 120 is what the gaming systems are going up to right now. So that's what you want to look for. You don't need to really go higher than that. It doesn't really do you anything or any good at this point. Eventually, I'm sure it will, but right now, that's where we're at with technology. So definitely playing on a monitor. If you make the switch, you're going to be a little bit early. There's going to be an adjustment period of a few days to a couple weeks or so, just depending on how much you play. You're going to start being early on everything if you play on a monitor. So keep that in mind. But if you notice that you're late on a lot of stuff and you're on a TV and you've always wondered why, man, or if you've ever said to yourself, I feel like I hit the button way before and it just didn't seem like it swung when it did. And you're on a TV, that could be why. That could be why. Could also be controllers, controller lag and different inputs for that too. But a lot of times, if you're on a TV, that's what the problem actually is. So there you guys can see it. I've got it right there on the screen. The difference between a TV and a monitor is huge. All right, it's the difference between being a competitive player and not for a lot of people. And it'll make a huge difference in your gameplay and how it affects you. We've had a lot of questions in streams. That's why I wanted to make a video about it and show you guys exactly what I was talking about. But now you can see if you got any questions, let me know. My monitor here is an Acer 32-inch. They're not paying me. I'm just telling you guys. I get asked a lot. 32-inch. It's 144 refresh rate on mine. 1 millisecond response time. It's a 1440p. That's all I know. I don't know a whole lot of the tech specs about them. Just make sure you get that 120 refresh rate. That's what you really need for a monitor if you're looking for it. Hope this video helps you guys out. Ask questions if you got them. Do me a favor, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for me. Subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Peace.